1. Flamingos' weird eating habits. Flamingos have one of the most peculiar eating habits. They can only feed when their heads are upside down. This is due to the design of their beaks. They use their tongues to filter water, trapping food while pushing the water out. To do this, they flip their heads, and fun fact, their top beak works like most birds' bottom beaks. Flamingos are also one of the few animals that can move their top jaw when eating, making them even more unique. 2. African buffaloes vote on travel decisions. Democracy isn't just for humans. African buffaloes also use a form of voting. When it's time to decide which direction to travel, adult females stand up and face the way they prefer before sitting back down. Whichever direction gets the most votes is where the herd heads. Interestingly, if the vote is split, the herd might temporarily divide. What's even more fascinating? Only the adult females get a say in the decision, regardless of their social status in the group. 3. Forests can make their own rain. According to the biotic pump theory, plants and forests can draw water up from the soil and release it into the atmosphere. This process affects the balance of water and heat on Earth's surface, which can influence weather patterns and even produce rainfall. Some regions of the Amazon rainforest have actually been known to trigger their own rainy season, showing just how powerful these ecosystems are at controlling their climate. 4. The water in your body causes electric shocks. Did you know that the shock you feel when you get zapped by electricity is actually because of the water inside your body? Since the human body is made up of about 60% water, we're great conductors of electricity. High-powered electrical currents always seek the path of least resistance, so when you come into contact with electricity, it travels through the water in your body, causing muscles to contract and your lungs to tighten, which can lead to serious danger. 5. If you're drunk or violent in Japan, you might get rolled up like a burrito. If you're causing trouble in Japan, whether you happen to find yourself tipsy or forceful, police might wrap you up like a human burrito. Using a technique called habakuzai, officers place aggressive individuals in a special plastic sheet, securing them safely without the need for excessive force. This creative method helps prevent injuries and keep situations under control, which, if you ask me, is probably something all law enforcement agencies should look at. 6. The Great Barrier Reef has a coral reef taller than the Empire State Building. Scientists recently made an incredible discovery in the Great Barrier Reef: a coral reef over 500 meters or 1,640 feet tall, which makes it taller than the Empire State Building, Sydney Tower, and even the Petronas Twin Towers. This massive reef, with a 1.5 kilometer wide base, comes up to just 40 meters below the surface. It's the first reef of its kind found in over 120 years, and is part of an exploration that has revealed new species and previously unknown reefs in the area. 7. A buttload is an actual unit of measurement. Yes, a buttload is a real measurement. The term comes from an Old English unit called a butt, which was used to measure wine and other liquids. One butt is equivalent to about 126 gallons of wine, so when you hear someone say a buttload, they're unknowingly referencing this historical measurement, and they don't even know it. Apparently, wine lovers in the past dealt in serious quantities. 8. Cannibalism is legal in the Netherlands. Believe it or not, cannibalism isn't outright illegal in the Netherlands. It only becomes a crime if it involves a crime. The unusual legal loophole got major attention in 2011 when two Dutch TV hosts, Dennis Storm and Valerio Zeno, ate small pieces of each other's flesh live on air. The stunt shocked viewers and underscored the importance of questioning boundaries in media and the ethical implications of pushing reality TV stunts to extremes. 9. The Statue of Liberty is linked to the Roman goddess of freedom. In ancient Rome, Libertas was the symbol of freedom, especially for freed slaves. Her face appeared on coins, and ceremonies were held at her temple to grant slaves their freedom. Fast forward to the 1800s, and Libertas made her way to the US as the model for the Statue of Liberty. From her robes to the torch, the resemblance between ancient depictions of Libertas and the Statue of Liberty is no coincidence. 10. A mother's heartbeats could predict her baby's delivery date. While a baby's heartbeat won't reveal if it's a boy or a girl, it might help predict whether it'll arrive early. Studies show that an expecting mother's heart rate variability, tiny changes between heartbeats, can signal how close she is to giving birth. Around 7 weeks before delivery, this variability starts increasing again, which could help predict preterm births. Keeping an eye on these changes might give doctors an early heads up to improve outcomes for premature babies.